What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher. You know, I philosophize. I'm not to be dismissed or idolized, okay? All that being said, I got another video for y'all, okay? And the video is that men are terrified of women. Says who? Says Dr. Previn Carrion, okay? This guy is a doctor. I'm not going to hold you. Let's hear what the guy had to say.
By women.
So
The root of this is men are terrified by women.
So they are emasculated, are they, by women? That's what we do to them.
It isn't what women do to men. It is something more fundamental than accuracy. So around 15 years ago, I went to a seminar up in London at a Lacanian centre. And somebody called Jean-Jacques Bernstein from Paris came over. And he was talking about Lacan's idea from Freud that men think of themselves through their genitals, okay, which is the penis and the phallus. And so men actually think like that. And Bernstein made this incredible comment, and he said, that's why men are dickheads. Okay? Now, I took that away as something way more profound than men being dickheads. What it told me was that women can give birth to children. Men will never do that. Women have a relationship with the earth and with cooking in their stereotypes. Men rarely do. Men don't have a fundamental relationship with life. They have short, shriveled phalluses for most of the time. They can't experience sexual pleasure like women can. They are inferior. They can't give birth to a child. They don't know what giving birth to life means. Men, psychologically and biologically, do not have a relationship with life. That's why they are terrified of women. It's not about emasculation. It's about the fundamental biological, psychological makeup of men. They are terrified. They are inferior species. Fundamental.
I know a lot of women are loving this. Wow. They are inferior species. You know, one thing I learned is that just because you have doctor in front of your name does not mean you know what the hell you're talking about. I'm going to just keep it real. It doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. It means that you finished some credits in school, but it doesn't mean that you actually know everything. Okay? Now, let's break down what the good doctor has said. Number one, he said men are terrified of women. We're not terrified of women. Men are not terrified. Why would we be terrified of women? That is a ridiculous notion. The only thing that men are terrified of is wasting their time and wealth with women. Okay? That is the biggest concerns of strong-minded alpha male, not even alpha male, just all males. Wasting time of resources and heartbreak. That is what we are. The closest thing that we can come to is terrified. Okay? There is no physical terror going on. There is no, emotional, psychological terror that's going on. Well, it could be, but men aren't terrified of women. Okay? I think that is a ridiculous notion. I think that, again, just because their name has a doctor in front of it, that don't mean they know what they're talking about. And he's speaking in general terms as if this is all men. No. Another thing that we don't like is how the system is set up to practically find reasons to penalize men for instance, the bearing of a child, the failure of a marriage, if anything domestic goes down, the word of the female gets taken. There are a lot of things that are there to try and do things to men that men don't like, but we're not terrified of women. Women in general are not terrifying to men. Why would they be? I mean, that is a ridiculous notion, in my opinion. Okay, another thing he said is men think with their genitals. Okay, and he got this from another, I guess, Dr. Freud. And I don't think through my genitals. I don't. I have a perspective as a male that as being a male gives me a certain perspective on the world, because I know what's expected of me as a male, and I know what I have to do as a male. But I am not thinking through my genitals. I'm thinking through my cerebral cortex, okay, my logic, okay, as a male. You don't go around. I know sometimes they say, give me brain, but last I checked, brains are not down there, okay? We don't have brains down there. Yes, we are a bit steered with our, sexual desires, but that doesn't mean we think with our genitals. It just means that we have a hormone named testosterone that is constantly tapping us on the shoulder and saying, look, we gotta make a deposit somewhere. Okay, it just is what it is. But I think with logic, I think with reason, I think that there are a lot of women I have curved also too. So it's not like it's not controllable. Okay, this guy speaks as if we can't control that, and this is a doctor talking. So it's like, what are you talking about? You're on the Siegfried Roy, Sigmund. I can't remember his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Freud, Siegfried. Anyway, you're talking about this guy as if and this guy was kind of wacky. He was a little wacky as a doctor. A lot of the stuff and a lot of his claims were not proven to be accurate at all. Sigmund Freud, I think that's his name is. Yeah, Sigmund Freud. I don't take a lot of what came from Sigmund Freud as being gospel or being factual. Okay, it was just a lot of hypotheticals and a lot of existential type of questions and answers given to things that well, for the most part, at best, were hit or miss, in my opinion. Okay, and there were a lot of misses, so I can't take what Sigmund Freud as being something to believe in. Okay, another thing he said is men are D-heads. Okay, men can definitely be D-heads. So can women. Okay, and a lot of women can be even more stubborn than men, to be honest. Men kind of carry themselves with a bit of for the most part, men carry themselves with a bit of confidence and humbleness, and women walk around, not all of them, but a good number of them walk around with a bit of a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. It's almost a Napoleon complex. Okay, and that can be easily geared towards both the men and the women. So to say men are D heads, I would just get rid of that term and I would just say everybody crazy. Okay, that's what I would say. Everybody's stubborn, everybody's crazy, and it's something that's getting worse and worse because of the times that we're living in. A lot of things are stressing people out. Okay. Another thing he said is women can give birth, men can't. Duh. Okay. That's the situation in practically the entire animal kingdom, bruh. So what are you saying? Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, women can give birth. They're designed to give birth. Men are not designed to give birth. Are you serious? And this is a doctor. And if I'm being honest, I don't want that job. I respect the hell out of women for that part of their I guess you could say human duty is to deliver babies, right? Every other animal and every other animal kingdom does the same thing. Okay, it's not necessarily anything particularly special when it comes to the human beings. They're just doing what all the other females in the animal kingdom are doing. Okay, men can't give birth, but men do have the seed. Okay, we give life to sperm, if you want to say that, and we deposit that. So we can produce life on our own, and deposit that where the soil is fertile, But again, I respect women for that part of their human duty. I would say even animal or female duty, because they all do it. And it's not particularly a job I want, to be honest, as a man. So he said men can't give birth. Yeah, we can't. We're not designed to. And frankly, I don't want that job. Okay, I just don't. I respect my women for doing that part and pushing humanity forward. Another thing he said is women are in relationships with the earth through cooking and stereotypes. Okay, women are in relationship with the earth through cooking. I don't know about that, bruh. Especially in the West, women are leaning away from that. They don't want to be cooks. They don't want to be. I know a lot of women who don't want to be cooks and don't want that relationship with the earth. They want 1 million followers on Instagram. Okay, that's the new thing. It ain't none of this avatar, we in one with the earth, just put your tail in the earth and we all link up. No, that ain't women no more, not in the West. Okay, there is a new agenda in the West, and the women are, I would say, less in tune with the earth and more in tune with the money. Okay, so I don't know where this guy is from. I don't know where he getting this. Women are in tune with the earth, and they're in tune through their cooking. A lot of women don't even enjoy cooking. First of all, a lot of them don't like cooking. A lot of them won't cook, and a lot of them who do cook don't enjoy it. So why even mention this? In my opinion, it's just a ridiculous notion. Another thing he said is men don't have the fundamental relationships of life with life. We don't have a fundamental relationship with life. I mean, the ridiculousness is funny. It's laughable to me. Men don't have a relationship with life. Bruh, life come at men all the time. Okay, we are living this life just like the women are living this life. Okay, life happens to us just as much as it happens to women. So I don't even know what else to say to that. That's just men don't have a fundamental relationship with life. what does that even mean? Really, what does that even mean? I don't even understand that notion, that concept. And men are living just like women are living. What are you talking about? And trust me, life happens to us just as much as women. So, go on somewhere with that. And another thing he said, men are inferior species. I know a lot of women love that one, okay? First of all, men are the same species as women. We are the same species, bruh. We're different sexes, but we're the same species. This is why I say you can't believe, just because they have doctor in front of their name, that don't mean they know what they're talking about. Okay? Men and women are the same species. Okay? We're just different sexes. Okay? How do I know that? Because we can procreate. You can't procreate with something if you ain't the same species. I mean, it's just, he should be embarrassed. He should take this down, actually. He should take this down. There's no way somebody like Mike the Philosopher should come along behind him and just pretty much correct and check him on every talking point that he made. It's just ridiculous. I don't consider him, I wonder what kind of doctor he is. But like I said, just because you have doctor in front of your name, that don't mean you know what you're talking about. But enough of what I said. What do y'all think about this? I'd be very interested to know. It came from a doctor, so it must be true, right? Well, not as far as I'm concerned. All that being said, hit the like, share, and subscribe. All right. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.